Hey there, welcome to Big Sexy Chat. This is Chrystal coming to you from San Jose, California. And tonight we have kind of a special show. We have a special guest. She's not feeling great, so she's a little under the weather. So I'm going to do this interview with Lulu Batista alone tonight. And it just so happens to be, besides Fat Liberation Month, it's also August is always Anal Sex Month, right, Lulu?
Absolutely. Love Anal August.
Yes, Anal August. Thank you so much to Lulu for being a part of our show tonight. She's a sex expert. She got her degree from Dr. Cadell's school, I think, right? I Love University?
Yes, Love University, yes.
Yes, very awesome. So I call myself a sex coach. I don't have any degrees other than just, real life experience. And I'm 54. Sorry that I said, Ashley, thank you for editing that out. So tonight we have Lulu here, Lulu Batista. Lulu is a podcaster, a blogger. I think she has 3 YouTube channels, possibly. Does that right?
More or less.
Right, yeah. And also you blog and do your XBiz channel is really amazing. Yeah. I love it. I will share all of your information with the in the show notes, of course, and your links in your link tree. Your Instagram is Lulu Inc 83, right? Like Lulu Incorporated 83. And yeah. Lulu is just LULU. She's a sex expert, and your mindful sex education looks really fascinating to me. I noticed you offer some seminars that probably a lot of American adults need.
Yes.
Big
time. Get the word out there. People are still a little timid about workshops. They're like, learn sex.
Lulu, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Your website is Oohlulu Cherry Box.com, right? That's where you sell your sex toys. And yes. Even though I sell sex toys, Lulu also sells sex toys. And we know that there are hundreds and zillions of people on the planet, and we're not afraid to share each other's websites.
Absolutely.
So you can find her sex toys on Oohlulu Cherry Box.com. And she also has something called the Naughty Cherry Review, right?
Yes. That's with me and another business owner, which she sells toys too on her website.
Perfect.
And we said, let's do it together, and we have a great time.
As long as we get people to stop buying their sex toys from Amazon, I'm here to help everybody.
Yeah. And Groupon.
And Groupon, yes. It's the weirdest. Anyhow, thank you so much, Lulu. I appreciate you being here tonight. I did want to give a few shout outs tonight. Marcy in Mississippi won our jazz pillow. We were giving away a jazz pillow from Liberator. Nice. And then she's expecting to get it tomorrow because she hasn't been home for a few days. And then again, I wanted to say thank you. Y'all can support our show by going to the store on BigSexyChat.com. We have t-shirts that go up to size 28, 5X in the men's cut. And we have all kinds of fun logos and graphics on there, like, badass with a fat ass, which is the one I just ordered. And we have mugs and stickers and all that fun stuff. So anything that you buy there on the store, that helps support our store. And then big thank you to Marcella, who bought us a cup of coffee, and she gave us a tip. And she gave us a $3 tip that went right into my PayPal account. And let me tell you, and I know Lulu knows this too, it seems free and easy, but there's a lot of expenses going into making a podcast and a video. Mostly an editor who makes us sound amazing and takes out the ums, which I already had to have one removed. So tonight we are going to talk about anal sex, the taboo. Nobody wants to talk about it. So silly. Like, everybody has a butthole. Everybody has one. And people talk about it like it's, I don't know, it's so silly to me. I always say, like, I can talk about anal sex with a random stranger in the middle of the afternoon with no alcohol in me. Like, I think that's just how it should be. We all have one. Let's normalize it. And believe it or not, you can have a lot of pleasure there. And we're talking about men, women, non-binary people, gay, straight, queer, in between. It does not discriminate. Everybody has one. And they all have, I think, Lulu, and you correct me, because we are considering you tonight the anal sex expert. I believe that the anus, which I hate that word, I usually use the word culo, I believe it has between 6,000 and 8,000 nerve endings. Is that true?
The thing with these nerve endings, people we're hearing one thing, and then somebody say, no, that wasn't really for a human, it's for something else. Just a little bit of thing. We always thought it was 8,000 nerve endings for the clitoris, and recently just found out that was for a cow's clitoris. And I was like, what have we been going through? So I want to say yes, but then I don't want to say yes.
Yeah, I have read that too. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, there's a lot of nerve endings there. We don't know how many. Nobody knows. It's a hard thing to study, people's buttholes. But we know that there's a lot of pleasure to be had there, right? Right, Lulu?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for me, even if anal sex is not your thing, which is fine, nobody has to have anal sex ever in their life. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there should be a lot of enthusiastic consent around any kind of anal play. But even if you don't do insertion, like a strap-on or a penis or fingers, there's still a lot of area that has there's a lot of pleasure receptors there. So try not to yuck other people's yum. Maybe they're really into it. If you hear people talking about it and you're grossed out, try to keep that to yourself, because you just never know. And nobody's going to tell you, oh, yeah, I love a finger in my butt. So you don't know if your best friend or your parents are doing this. You just don't know. So just try to be open-minded to it, even though you're like, for sure, exit only, like all those things that people say. Be a yes in the bedroom. Just try things. But if you don't want to try anal, I get it. It's no problem. But, if you don't have tummy issues or whatever it is that people get squeamish about, I would say at least experiment around the outside. What do you think, Lulu?
Oh, absolutely. You can have a real humdinger of a time if you just do that.
Right.
Again, it's an undertaking. You have to be, and I don't really like to use the word relax, because sometimes when you say relax, you automatically get tense. But just freeing to be open to the experience of it, because you may not know, it could go really well for you or maybe not. Like you said, doing the rimming, amazing. Kissing around, awesome. Playing just around the opening, super stimulating. I was like, wow, I didn't know it could feel so yummy. And then going a little farther and seeing the body gonna let you know it's okay to continue. You're going to feel that give is going to give to you. Say, okay, I can put a little bit more finger. I can, and see what happens. But we're not going to know unless we try.
And we're talking about vagina havers, penis havers, everybody.
Yeah, all the havers.
All the havers have one, and it can be pleasurable to all of us. But again, always never let anybody pressure you. And I want to say, too, a lot of the stuff I learned about anal sex, I learned at the sex toy convention from Memo, who used to work for Fun Factory, and he did a whole presentation about it. And it was so good. He gave like 9 tips for having anal sex that's more pleasurable than painful. It shouldn't be painful, I don't think, but I think if you're feeling pain, that's a good sign to kind of relax or back off. I like the idea of not using the word relax, because that does tense you up. And remember, things when you're tense, things get sucked into the rectum, and we don't want that. So. Yes. So my first tip for most of my clients when I used to do pleasure parties, I'd say just make sure you're extra clean, because there's nothing like somebody who's fresh from the shower. That's so hot.
Oh yeah.
Makes you more adventuresome, right?
I'm gonna mess you up. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. What's your opinion about the cleaning, like using the enemas and stuff? Do you have an opinion about that, or what do you share about that?
So usually I share that when I have clients who say they want that porn magic experience. And so I go into that. Well, they take about 3 days prep to do those amazing anal scenes that you're seeing, and doing an enema and doing that douche and all that comes with it. And they're like, wow, that's a long undertaking. Yeah, for your pleasure. They are really putting in some work. So, I mean, yeah.
Maybe people don't know this, but if you do, and maybe you've done an enema for other reasons, but sure, stuff comes out immediately, but also it takes a few days to get everything that you want out of there.
Exactly.
So maybe
you can say that to people who are planning an anal experience. If it's not just happening, obviously, a nice shower and all that kind of thing. But if you definitely know Friday is anal, we're going to get in, we got a few days to do a little prep work.
Right.
It won't hurt.
I forget the comedian that said this, but she said, if you go where poo lives, expect a little poo. Shit happens, literally. So, I mean, you know, if that's something that, let's say your partner and you agree to do it, and then they go where poo lives, they might sometimes run into a little bit of it. And
Well,
that's, you know, it's just how it happens. So you have to be prepared for that, I think, don't you?
yes, and don't make the person feel bad.
No, right.
Don't
Just
shame them. They didn't plan, you know.
to have poo there, poo where poo lives. I also feel very
too.
Yeah, because everybody could possibly have the poo situation, penis havers or vagina havers. It could happen to anybody. And you're right. We are, in my opinion, for me, I like to think I'm a porn star in my own head, but like I'm not actually a porn star. So I'm not like a gold medal athlete of anal sex or any kind of sex. Porn stars are. They prepare and they can do a lot more things than we can do typically because they do it for their paycheck. And we're just regular old people. Not another big athlete.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
So I watch, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Amazing. My other thing that I like to share when I did pleasure parties for 10 years, and I had my company called Bliss, and I would talk about this, and I would say, look, the receiver, they have to really want it. If you're the receiver, you have to want it. Like you can see it in your mind's eye happening, and you want it, not your partner or whoever. You have to want it, and then if you can imagine it happening, it can happen. If you're never like, I can never imagine this happening, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I 100% agree. 100%.
Tension does not work.
No. The thing is like, oh no, I thought you were tight before. Now nothing.
It's going in. No. So I think it really helps if you can see it in your mind's eye and you can imagine it happening, and you're the one that wants it. You're saying, babe, let's do this tonight. It's going to happen so much more easily if they're like, please, please, please. Coercion sucks. It never works, and it's never fun for the receiver. So it's not sexy. Coercion is not sexy. It's just gross. So don't try to talk somebody into it because they have to really want it and for it to go well.
Yes, for both people, because then you can really get into it and be like, you know what? You did a good job. Gold star.
That's right. So, sometimes I would hear women say, well, he should let me do him first. And then if he can take it, then I'll try it. And I'm like, hey, he might like it too. But I don't like that intention. You know, it's kind of not the best.
Because some people may not be able to have it ever in their life. They can try, and they could have, been at their most freest they wanted to be. And it just may not happen. The body may say, listen, sorry, we tried.
Not tonight. Right. Give it the old college try.
Exactly. So penis owners or vulva owners, it may not be for you. And for other people, it could be so simple. You're like, wow, you've been doing this forever? No, first time. Just depends on the body, what the body says. You got to follow that.
What about, so the anus, the culo, it does not lubricate itself?
Oh, no.
What do you tell people about lube?
I got about 5 on my desk area.
Do you?
Yeah, I keep lube. But silicone lube for backdoor play. Silicone
for
lube.
Everything.
But that water base, you have to keep reapplying. If you have a nice silicone lube, that pillow that it just makes, it's just yummy.
Silicone never dries up, for those of you who've never used it. It never gets dry or sticky. And then the brand I like, which is Pure, PJUR, no fragrance, no flavors, no preservatives. So that means no burn. Because sometimes little tiny micro tears happen, even in vaginas, right? And when you introduce something that has fragrance or flavor, burning does not equal relaxation. So burning is bad. So that's why I tend to like the silicone lubricants. What about you?
Yeah, I do like them for the long lasting. Just that pillowy feel. This feels really nice on the skin. Um, I would feel my top five, but top two really. But I just like the feel of it, and you don't need a lot. That's what's so great about silicone lube. Like you literally can have the top of your finger, index finger, just full, and be good to go.
A little bit goes a long ways.
Oh, so long.
I know. Sometimes if you forget and you use too much, you're just like, neither one of us is going to feel a thing tonight, vaginally or anally, because it's like,
yes.
Woo!
And some people don't know, when you wet silicone lube, it reactivates. So you got to be really careful trying to remove that.
Like when you go to wash your hands and you're like, still not coming off. No. It reactivates everything. So go ahead and tell us your two favorite, and can people buy them on your website?
Absolutely. So my top favorite is Oohlulu. I just love it. I keep it everywhere. I got little pillow ones in my bag. I love it. It's just so easy. I love the glass bottle. It's convenient. Just so nice. My other one is from System Joe. Their premium silicone lube is really, really nice also. And they have ones that warming and cooling. So, you can mix it up if that's how you like. But those are ones that I keep all the time. Those are my two staples that I have readily available at every function. Everywhere I go, there's somewhere. I'm always giving them out to people. I'm like, here, you want this? You want this? Have lube.
Yeah, I mean, I've never met a silicone lubricant that I didn't like. I don't have any that are like, I'm with water-based lubricants. I definitely have some of those. But silicone lube, especially if they're using, is it called medical grade silicone?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's a good stuff.
I think there was one, I can't remember the name because I really didn't like it, but there was one I was like, the white residue.
No.
Really, I was like, I don't.
I remember liquid silk. I used to not like liquid silk at all because it did have that white stringiness to it. And there's enough stuff going on. I don't need more stuff going on. But yeah, tell everybody what your website is again, and I'm sure you have a lube section.
Yes, so on OohluluCherryBox.com, we do have a lube section. It's broken down into those lovely little sections. So there is definitely a lubrication section. I wanted to just push it and mention that we are having our coupon for this month, which is going to end the end of this month. If you put in the coupon code Anal Play, you'll get 5% off all orders over $40 for all anal products. So this is a great time to go ahead. No, we're not talking to you.
She thought you were talking to her.
Great time. You're going to go ahead and get those little anal products together. Even though the month's ending, anal never stops because it's still going to have them. They're still going to be back there.
Still going to have a butthole. For
right,
sure.
And you can get ready for prostate awareness in November.
There you go. Yep.
It works.
Yeah, we have to talk about that in a little bit for sure. How do you feel about condoms and gloves and things like that when it comes to butt play?
I definitely always recommend, especially for my newbies, I definitely have the finger condom kits on there. I said, listen, if you're going to do it, use the finger condom, kind of see where you're at, where's the comfortability at. Because we just don't want to, put a penis in there, something bigger than a finger. You're like, whoa, you didn't warm it up at all. I don't even know what we're doing. I try to stay away from talking about numbing creams because I want you to actually feel when, when the
if there's discomfort, yes, that's a good way to put it, the threshold.
So, unfortunately, some of the kits have them, so I try not to get those ones that do have them, or just say, kind of don't use that in there.
I hate that stuff too. I know what you mean. It's crap. Yeah. Let's face it, there's a lot of crap in the sex toy industry. And that's why you need people like Lulu or me or other sex experts and sex coaches to help you realize there's a lot of crap out there. Good news is that a lot of women have moved into the industry, and so a lot more care and control goes into the products and the lubricants now.
That's right.
Thankfully, because you don't want to buy your sex toys at Spencer's usually. They're not going to have the real high-end lube. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm 54. I want the good stuff. I don't want any more of that crap. No blueberry, whatever. No, I want the good stuff. I'm grown. I want a luxury car. I want a luxury lubricant, right?
Absolutely. And you want to know all those things. Some people don't even know that our lubricants have shelf lives. Like you can
Yeah.
leave them open and all those kind of stuff. So when you talk to them and you're telling them, they're like, what? Like, yeah, don't buy this 1 ounce and then have it open and it only has a 12-month shelf. You can't leave that open. That was no good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still going to use it. No.
It's your butthole.
Get another one.
Yeah. I like the Pure. It has 10-year shelf life if you keep the lid on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But hopefully it doesn't last you 10 years.
I mean, that just means you have real seasonal.
No kidding.
You're fun, real seasonal.
Do you have favorite condoms or gloves or you said you have the finger condoms and those are great for anal play?
So condoms right now, I have a different array of them. I do have one. The name escapes me. I'm gonna send you a picture so you guys can add on.
Okay, cool.
The name escapes me, but they're a female-owned company. That's why I really went towards them. And they do have non-flavored and they do have flavored one. Now, their flavored one, obviously, we're not recommending that for anal play, but they're really, really nice. They're not super flavored. So it's really nice, organic. So it's really, really cool. But I am gonna shoot you the name of that after.
Sure.
I really love that. Just depends. People are why not use a condom? I'm trying to incorporate the internal condoms because they are good for backdoor play.
Yes. Good point. Yeah.
So we have to teach them about that first because a lot of people don't even realize that you can use them. They just think it's standard regular condoms, and we have another option.
And also, it just occurred to me, but if you wanted to go from back to front, you could use the condom for the back.
Yes.
And you could take it off, and then it's safer to go into the vagina. You definitely can't go in with the condom.
Absolutely.
You got to be careful with that because when you get a yeast infection, you're out of order for about 10 days. So we don't want to So that will make me very crabby. No back to front. And put a new condom on if you have to, and then go to the vagina from there. Just
that's the thought of it. You're like,
too many times, like on vacation, I'm just like, oh, no sex on vacation because I have stupid. I noticed while watching porn. I know it's crazy. I watch porn sometimes, and I noticed that the porn stars tend to do something to their clitoris as they're having penetration, anal penetration, or like starting the penetration. I noticed they're either using their hands on their clitoris or they have a vibrator or a little toy there.
Right.
Vibration, it feels like it kind of relaxes that area, kind of almost like the little clitoral legs that are all around the opening of all around the vulva and opening of the vaginal entrance and around the perineum and the butthole. It feels like those kind of start to get warmed up, or maybe they start to fill with blood. I'm not sure how it works, but it seems to help.
Yeah, it does. So this is an added assistant, I would say.
Right.
Because we can't vibrate like those.
No, not yet. I wish. But yeah, it seems to help a little bit. And I really like those toys that look like a little tiny egg or bullet because they're small enough that they can still penetrate you with a strap on or a penis and it won't get in the way.
Absolutely.
But that vibration does really help.
Yes, it does.
Helps things to just kind of, the blood. It's all about blood flow. I mean, we both know this, but if you're going to have anal play with anybody, that's going to require a lot of foreplay. It's not like you can't just jam it in there.
Oh, yes.
Get us worked up.
You almost have to be like a noodle.
Yes. Very relaxed.
You really have to be to that point where it's like, okay. Here we are. I'm completely open to this experience. The body has just released and said, yeah, here we are. Let's do it. I am here for it, all of it.
Like even your mind is there, right? So your brain is with it. You're not thinking about 20 other things like we tend to do. All humans, I think, tend to do that. You're in that moment, right? You're really in that moment. Like I love that analogy, a noodle. Yes, make me like a noodle. because I just want to relax and just like, yes, please. Because then so much, it is, so much more can happen then when that happens. So that's why I always say, like, how much do you want from me? If you want me to be extra fun and extra naughty tonight, do the work. Because the more work you do, the more work I want to do. And the more I relax and I can be in the moment and a lot more things can happen. I can be a lot more, everybody loves enthusiasm when it comes to sex, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we can all sleep well, like we've all taken 2 Benadryls and we just be like, yeah.
Lights out. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Yes. Like having a couple margaritas in the sun at 2:00 in the afternoon, just like out. Vacation sex and vacation day drinking, the best. I'm just gonna look at my notes again here. Okay, now tell me. I mean, I feel like if it's done well, it doesn't hurt. It can be uncomfortable. I mean, whatever object you're putting in there, there's 2 sphincters there, right? It has to get through both sphincters if you want to do penetration.
And that could take some work.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not easy for everybody.
No. And not everybody.
Yeah, you kind of might have to have the finger in there just sitting there for a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So the body can be like, okay, is this happening? All right. Or if you already know, maybe go ahead and insert a butt plug beforehand. Yeah. So kind of get that area nice and warmed up. But yeah, it's not just, please, nobody just go in and just rip.
I always think the words accidental anal would be a great name for a band. And I remember a close friend of mine told me that she had accidental anal once, and she swears to me that every single pore on her body broke out with a little pink of sweat. She said it hurt so bad. It was like, and obviously I've had accidental anal too. It's not fun, but it was just like they're like a, oops, not like a, but she had like the, and I went all the way in, and she said, like a cartoon character, pink, everything just broke out with one little dot of perspiration. I was like, I could see how that might happen. It hurts really bad. And that area does need a lot of lubrication and a lot of warm up. And you have to warm up that area with touch and small fingers first, possibly, right? That's where the finger condoms come in, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I just love to always say this. Please, nails.
Yeah.
We don't want any micro tears. Please, with the nails, like know which finger. Like, listen, this one don't got no nail on it. Let's use this one. Please don't.
Great idea. A finger condom can help that too, but it still might tear the finger condom. Like those casket nails. Ooh. Exactly. Right. Like, ooh, hot dog fingers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not good. Not good. And this goes through. This is true. All this is true for everybody's butthole. It doesn't matter if they're non-binary, male, female. We have to do this for everyone for the most part, right? We have to do the warm up, not just, I seem to kind of tend to talk in like cis het kind of language just because that's my own experiences, but we mean everybody needs to do this. So I don't care. People have assumptions, what they think is going on in queer relationships and stuff. I'm here to tell you don't have a effing clue. You think you know, but you don't. I promise you, unless you're queer, you have no idea. And everybody needs the warm up. Male or female, non-binary, everyone has to have some blood flowing to that area. You can't just, yes.
Because butts don't have no gender.
No, and they don't lubricate. They do not self-lubricate. So you have to have lube and you have to have warm up and small things first.
Yes. And patience.
Patience, yes. If someone is overexcited and they're trying to penetrate you and you're not overexcited, it's not happening.
Oh, no.
It's not. And I think, too, when I used to do all my parties, I would say, know your body. If you poo in the morning, don't have anal sex in the morning, okay? If you're a night pooper, don't have anal sex at night.
There we
just
go.
Makes things more comfortable for everybody, You don't have to worry about anything or feel gassy or whatever. Just, I don't know. We all kind of know, right? I mean, we all have our off days, but you kind of know what your system is. Kind of work with it.
And when you talk about just diving into the poop part. Anal play is very helpful for constipation.
Oh, yes, it can be.
I just want to say that. Be very helpful.
Uh-huh.
Putting it out there for all our people who take iron pills like myself.
Yep.
And that just binds you up.
Yep.
A little butt play can help you out.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have another friend that relies on that too. She says it's the best thing for her. I guess it's the blood flow. It's probably the lubricant and the action. And then maybe relaxation helps things start moving. So good point. Good point. Do you have favorite small toys that you like to recommend? Like for men, for penis havers, we'll say. I know that Aneros makes a great brand of little small anal toys.
I do have that Aneros. Let's see. I do have it. Well, nope, that's the big one. That ain't it.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is. So this is one of their smaller ones, the Paradigm. This is a anal stimulation one. So it has like two different sizes. This one's like a little bit smaller, but these are really cool for starters. You always want any butt plug to have a flare bottom. Flare bottom. So it won't get lost. I love sex to the ER, and I will watch you on it.
I will have to tell you my butt plug story sometime. I thought I was going to end up in the ER, and it was stainless, and all I could think of is, this is going to be awesome on my blog.
Oh, yes. Oh, what, like this one?
Oh, yeah. And Eros makes great toys, and they are the first people I knew. Yes, I love those stainless toys. And Eros was the first company I ever heard market and design their products specifically for penis havers. Is that your experience?
Yes, and I've met with the owners and their amazing rep over there at the Narrows, and so basically it was for prostate health. Originally, it was a medically a medical device.
Yeah,
people with prostates, and then it kind of just took off. But it's still, the message is still the same.
Yeah,
and I have heard that you can have some kind of prostate orgasm with their product. I heard it is mind blowing.
When I've heard men talk about a prostatic orgasm or their first prostatic orgasm, they say it takes them back to like when they were 13 or 12 and had their first on purpose orgasm for masturbation. They're just like mind blown,
Yes, it's, next level. Just
yes.
toe curling, turtle back.
Eyes rolling in the back of your head. If I was a guy, I would totally try it. I feel like you should try everything once, when it comes to sex, because there's a reason you have these things on your body. Some person or some entity designed it this way. Use it for your pleasure, and also there's healthful reasons why you would do prostate play.
Yes, we need men, penis owners need to be milked.
Yes. Yeah. Or milk themselves.
Yeah, and it'll help. I mean, that one from Aneros, this is actually a vibrating one.
Oh,
but
cool.
This one you can actually leave in for quite a while because of how the bottom is. It just kind of stays in every movement you make, and it's kind of just moving back and forth. And their testimonials.
Are they great?
I mean.
Yeah, I can only imagine. It's like your G-spot, right? When you find your G-spot, it's like, oh. And then I think for men, it's so taboo to talk about it,
Yeah, that's true.
They don't talk about, true. Hey, bud, how are you doing? Good, buddy, how are you? Have you ever tried prostate play? Like, they don't do that. Not that I know of.
No, they're like, what?
I know. Not like when women get together, we talk about.
What I got to do with...
Yeah.
I'm just...
When I used to do pleasure parties all the time, I would set up my store in the bedroom and then do the presentation in the living room. And people would come back to that room and they'd be like, so, dildo lady, I really like, and this would be men, like at co-ed parties, I really like a finger up my butt. Do you think that means I'm gay? I'm like, I don't know. Are you gay? Only you know if you're gay. But no, you idiot. Of course it doesn't mean you're gay. It means you're enjoying your prostate. So much toxic masculinity, homophobia. But, I would be pleased that they would confide in me and ask me these questions. But I want to just be like slapping them back and forth, If it feels good, everybody's consenting, and you're leaving kids Go for it. Yes. Leave kids and your family out of it and
Yeah.
just enjoy it. Just be a yes in the bedroom, because there's a reason why millions and millions of people love this sensation. So why wouldn't you be open to it too? And by the way, who do you want to see down there? A boy or a girl? A lady's finger or a boy's finger? Only you know, sir. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But I know, for some people that have been that vulnerable, they've gotten burned because then maybe the relationship didn't work out. And that's the first thing people say. That's why you like that butt stuff. I did other things with you, and that's what you're going to talk about?
Right.
So this is why some people are like, yeah, I don't know, because I don't want to see if the relationship don't work out. And that's the first thing they're going to be talking about. They like butt stuff, right?
Stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So suck your toes with hot sauce. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Toe sucking. Oh, that could be so good sometimes. It's like, next level pleasure. I have one of my friends, one of my best friends is a pro dom, and she has people that want to lick her feet for just like 2 or 3 hours. She's like, Chrystal, it's so boring after like the first 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm sure.
That's a pretty long time.
Yeah, I think she told the one person, can we just keep this to 2 hours, because her toes and feet would be all wrinkled from all the wetness from the saliva.
Like you're in a tub for a long period of time. Oh, yeah.
Totally. And they keep an erection the whole time too, which is mind blowing. But they're just so excited to be able to do this. Okay, so another thing that I learned, and you tell me what you think about this, but I was taught by Memo and other people, is that the person who's receiving the penis or the toy, they do the pushing back on it as opposed to this person trying to jam it in. What do you think about that?
It can work. I think it's more comfortable because you can kind of gauge what's happening. Because again, it's kind of like you said, 2
sphincters,
entryways you have to kind of go through. And somebody might say, "Oh, I'm already in." Yeah, no, that was just the front door. You get to come through this other one now. So maybe if they start and you meet them, like a seesaw,
right, back and forth,
and, kind of get the wiggle on, and okay, we're in there. It's like a glove now. We're good.
Right.
I always recommend, once you feel like it's all the way in, whatever it is, pause.
Breathe.
Take a second. Let's be in this moment. Okay, we're here. Everyone's in. Okay, and now let's see what we can do. Is it comfortable for you? Is it comfortable for the person? And now we can kind of move around and explore this, because we could have an end and maybe it's too tight for the partner, or maybe, you're feeling a little bit of pinching, something's just not
discomfort.
So we need to figure that out before we start.
True.
You don't want that.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm
right.
Like, I think like a hand back here, like also you controlling their body. You just
stop.
calm yourself. Because it's exciting, right? So
it can be.
Yeah, it can be, and super pleasurable, especially if you're succeeding at something that's rare. You're just like, let's do this. But yeah, I like that idea. Just once both, especially once you get through both sphincters, right?
Yes.
Then take a deep breath. All sex is better with deep breath, by the way, right?
Oh yeah.
We forget because we get that, instead of that, just breathe all the way down into your, what is it called? Diaphragm.
Your diaphragm, yeah. Think about when you are doing self-pleasure. You're doing a lot of heavy, deep breathing in.
That's true. Good point, Lulu.
Same thing.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Heavy, deep breathing.
Yeah. Yes. God, it just intensifies your orgasm. But I have to, first of all, I love it when my lover reminds me, babe, breathe. I'm like, oh, somebody's taking care of my orgasm, they care. I like that a lot. And that turns me on more, And then I'm like, oh, that's right. If I take a deep breath, this is going to get really good, You're
like, ooh, okay.
Who knew oxygen could help so much?
That thing we need so many ways.
Right? What about, let's see, I wrote some notes down too. Also, this is one that's very counterintuitive and kind of controversial.
Okay. We like that.
Yeah, right. What about pushing as the toy or the penis is going in through the sphincters? like you're bearing down on it. Does that really help? Does that open up things?
Ooh. That depends on the toy size,
Mm-hmm.
the person. Because again, if it's tight, even if you've come to the point of ease, it just still might be tight back there.
Right, true.
Maybe the toy is too big, or just the dynamics may just not work. So it's like a lot of trial and error.
Yes.
This is the one area where it is a lot of trial and error. Like you really have to put some committed time and say, okay, that's one of the things where you have to journal.
Right.
This is one thing I'll say, we have to journal this. Okay, so today we tried this lube. We didn't like it. It didn't really last as we wanted to. We tried a finger. It was great. We tried 2. Wonderful. 3 was a little bit max for us. Next week, we tried a butt plug. It was medium. We tried the large one. Wow, I felt so amazing. I don't know why. The small one felt a little bit too jammy, and I didn't really like that. Or perhaps we tried some anal beads.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I didn't really like the process. It was way too involved.
It feels like it goes way high. That's a big one. Long.
Yeah, this one is pretty long.
do you mind taking a second to explain to people why people like the butt balls or butt beads?
So, first of all, this process is crazy, right? So when they pull it out, as they described it, the sensation is just spiritually moving for them. There's not even, I don't have the patience to put this in my butt. I'm like, okay, he's hurt or something. But my clients that do, they're like, when that person pulls it out,
slowly,
you just
right?
feel like, you're right, euphoria of just, wow. Like this whole thing just happens to them, and it's just like, wow.
Huh.
And they can do nothing else but just pull out this butt plug. They're not doing anything else for the evening. This is it.
Wow, that's a silicone one, I believe, right?
Yes, this is.
So silicone is wonderful for cleanup and body safe.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just, they used to make those ones with the strings. Strings.
Oh yeah.
God. How would you sanitize those strings? And they gotta turn.
I literally never carried them.
They must turn colors, those white strings. I mean, like,
yeah, it's true.
Thank you, no. Not sexy at all. I like good hygiene around everything that has to do with my sex life.
Those are disposable ones. That's the one and done. I can throw that out now.
Good point. Yes. That's for sure. Obviously, I used to say this when I was doing parties all the time. However much lube you think you need, triple it for whatever you're doing with the backdoor. You just can't have too much when it comes to anal. It's
true. It's true. It's gonna be there. It's not gonna go away.
Especially if you use the silicone. Yeah. It's
also all yummy.
Yeah.
Then you get you some cleanup wipes so you don't have that squishy feeling after.
Everything's slippery. Yeah. Also, with silicone lubricant, if you're out of the stuff to put in your hair to kind of calm down the frizziness, you can use the silicone lubricant in your hair as well.
Yeah, you can use silicone lube for anything. A cut,
squeaky door.
Yes. Forgot to lotion. So good.
I used to have a friend. She did a lot of TV interviews and stuff, and she said she would put silicone lubricant on before she put her makeup on.
Oh,
sounds slippery, but she said it worked great, and I was okay. I've never tried it. Yeah,
interesting.
What else do you think people should know about, and what else do you have on your website you think people should know about that would be fun for Anal Sex Month?
They should clean their toys.
Sanitize, yes.
They should clean before and after.
Absolutely.
I've had, I don't want to say a bunch of clients, but I have 1 or 2 who didn't listen when I told them, I don't care if it's fresh out the box, please clean that toy before you use it. They call me, oh my God, I got that 10-day, I can't have no sex because I said, now, did you clean that toy before? I forgot, Lulu, but I told you to clean her. Like, why didn't you clean the toy?
Right.
I was so excited. I know, but it takes 2 seconds. Like, just
Yes.
come on. Come on.
So do you have the toy cleaner wipes on your website?
I have the toy cleaner wipes, and I also have toy cleaner.
Good.
Different variety ones. I like the foam one really a lot, but I do have all of them on there. We do have their Narrows wipes on there as far as. Yep, yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
We have coochie ones on there too. I think they have ones that do like a stimulation, which is really fun. But you need to clean your toys. We got to clean our toys. Like,
it's very important. Very important. It's grody if you don't. It's and I like to keep them separated in my drawer, like by a little pillowcase or something, just because I don't really have any of those crappy toys anymore, but that bleed when they touch each other. But I used to, you know, way back in the old days. And thankfully, most of that stuff's mostly gone out of the inventories of people with their clothes out crap, you know, and out of my drawers for sure, because they realize probably toys made with petroleum-based products might not be so good for us because petroleum and your mucous membrane, which is your vagina and your butthole, your anus. So most of those are going away, thank goodness. But I try to keep my toys separated in the drawer because it just gets, the silicone lubricant, oh Lord, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of it.
Whole separate cleanup just for that. Just the silicone people. Here we are.
Don't spill any in your dirty drawer because oh my goodness, wow. What is your personal favorite anal toy? Do you have one?
Not really. I do like the Narrows ones. I don't have a particular favorite. I would say my favorite anal toy is a finger, but
right? Yes, true that.
I do like the look and feel of a lot of the vibrating ones because I feel like that's a different level and that's something that's really coming out.
The B vibe.
Yeah. And Narrows also has a vibrating one actually. This one actually vibrates that they have.
Ooh.
So that's really cool. It feels awesome. So, my Evolve has one. That's so like if you want power, for my more expert people,
right?
That's the one. I turned that on. I was like, wow. No, I can't. My that's too much.
One thing we didn't talk about how people can use a butt plug for the double penetration sensation.
Yes. They have some cock rings like that, right?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, you can have your butt plug in, and then you can still have penetrative vaginal sex. Or I guess you could do it the other way around. But
and that's really, really fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good combination. You have the penis partner have a cock ring that has a anal plug on it. Yeah. You also have an anal plug while they're penetrating you. Wow, that is just loads of fun.
Yeah. You might need to take the day off the next day, though, to recover.
Do it while you're on vacation.
Right. Yeah.
Your vacation bucket list.
And just in general, what is your favorite toy, like for your own personal use? And what's your go-to in your bedroom?
Ooh. My Satisfyer Pro Traveler.
Okay.
That.
I don't know that. It's on your website?
It's on my website. It's my top seller. This toy gave me a brain freeze orgasm.
Oh, ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. You did? Okay.
I'll explain for the listeners.
Please.
So imagine you're orgasming and all of a sudden you get brain freeze like you were just having a Slurpee, and at the same time you're getting a muscle spasm in two different parts of your body as you're still coming in. All of a sudden you now have asthma. Wow, just happening.
Lulu. I already have asthma, Lulu. Oh, is that it?
Here. Yes.
Oh, it has suction, like the womanizer. Oh, that is a womanizer.
No, this is Satisfyer.
Satisfyer, okay.
And I love it because it's travel friendly. I love the cover on it. Has 11 functions.
Oh, baby.
It's XPF 7, which is completely waterproof. You can go into the water up to 3 feet, so you can take it in the bath. And I have. I have a separate tub.
Smart.
And it has a 15-year warranty. Who can beat that? Like,
how long?
15-year warranty.
Wow. Yeah.
Mix of warranties.
When all the suction toys, like the Womanizer and the Satisfy first came out, I was like, is it hype or is it real? And I was like, okay, it's real. It's not hype at all, because
This one, it takes you to different levels. It starts out nice, and you can kind of, anyone who has purchased from me, I tell them, you're not going to get past function number 4 in your first try, season to toys or not. And they've all come back and said, you were right.
Look, Lulu, I set myself a whole scene. I had candles lit. I had a glass of wine. I was all in my chair. I was ready to start my favorite adult movie. And I put my womanizer on my clitoris. Bam! I was like, wait up. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I'm like, oh, shit. That's not what I wanted, okay? I was all ready. And I had to take a break for like 20 minutes, drink my wine. And I was like, okay, let's try this again. But I want more than a 10-second orgasm this time. So I had to try to concentrate, try to edge myself a little bit. But yeah, the suction toys, I love them all. So far, I haven't met one that I don't love. It's just, anytime you suck and vibrate on my clit, I'm in.
Well, this one is more air pulse. So it's not like that really strong sucking. You're getting more of that air pulse technology, which I do love, because I have tried the suction one.
Yeah.
And there was a suction one. For reasons of many different, we're not going to name who it is. And I tried it.
Bad situation.
And then my co-person of Naughty Dreams, I told her, I said, do not do it. And she said, no. I think I'm going to be good. I said, do not use it. It suctioned her. She couldn't get it off. And there was no one to help her.
Oh.
And the vagina was out of commission for 2 weeks. And I said, I told you not to do that. Like, I know. And I'm like, I'm in New York and you're in California. How am I supposed to help you? Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah. Oh, that's no good. Bad. No bueno.
You got to be a little bit careful with them suctions. You got to have somebody on speed dial or something, just in case it went a little bit too suctiony and you kind of got beside yourself. I
kind of know that feeling, because, like I told you, I have a really funny, what I thought was a lost butt plug story. And honestly, you know how the people say their whole life flashed before their eyes?
Yes. My
whole friend list flashed before my eyes, because I was thinking, who can I call to help me with this? Who do I know that's in nerves, like going through? And then I knew my partner wasn't ready for this kind of thing. And I said, babe, I need you to step outside of the bedroom. I'm going to try to take care of this, because I know that when things go bad with anal stuff, it gets sucked in. So I was like trying to talk myself down. Stay calm, Chrystal. It's going to go further and further if you just don't stay calm. And then he's standing outside the bedroom door, and I could see his toes. And I'm like, I'm going to need you to move far, far away from the door, okay? And then, like I said, I had this idea, oh my God, blog post, this is going to be the best ever. It's going to go viral, because it was stainless. And I didn't have to go to the hospital.
Well, that is a winner for that.
Let me tell you, I was sweating it, though.
Listen,
I know.
I'm going to watch that episode too. I know her.
Yeah. This is a totally different thing. But one time I was getting a Brazilian wax at European Wax Center, and the lady's like in the middle of my vulva waxing. She goes, "Oh, I know who you are now." And I'm like, "You do, from my vagina?" It was back when I owned a boutique called Curvy Girl, and she's like, "You're the lady from Curvy Girl." I was like, "You know that from my vagina, but vulva?" No, it just occurred to me. I'm like, okay. Yeah, funny.
And you start thinking, where did I have my?
I mean, how do you know? Anyway,
showing that at last.
It was before OnlyFans too, so it wasn't that,
Well, okay, now, all right. I know. Also, we're going to talking about pegging.
Yes, let's talk about pegging. Tell people what pegging is.
So, the technical, right?
Yeah.
Basically, a non-penis owner wearing a strap-on, penetrating anally a penis owner.
Yep. It's very common nowadays.
Yeah. Yes. I love from Sport Sheets their anal Explorer kit. So it's a beginner's kit. It has 2 different size dildos on it. Really nice. Harness is really well made. Something really comfortable for beginners. Non-denominational colors, purple, who doesn't like a nice purple, being his owner or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not intimidating. It's not too big. Like I said, there are 2 sizes. So when you're ready to go to that next level, you're already available. And it sells really well on the site. A lot of people who are new and that's something they want to explore, they definitely do go to that. They'll come and say, hey, want to try this thing. Get this one. Don't forget Lube now, but get this one.
Sports sheets, we brag about them all the time on our show. We love sports sheets. Liberator, sports sheets, 2 of my favorite products, 2 of my favorite brands.
They have great things. I love their paddles and
doggy style strap for curvy girls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Their harness with the leg restraints.
That's a great one. Yeah, we've talked about that one on the show because your legs can relax. They have like support. So it sounds silly, but if your legs are up in the air for a long time, your legs can get tired.
It sure can, and your arms may start to hurt. You're like, trying to concentrate on this orgasm, and holding these legs is not going to work out.
Right? Exactly my point. Thank you for getting me, Lulu. Yeah, so I've noticed that a lot of people talk about pegging now. I noticed it way more than people used to talk about 10 years ago. And people don't seem to be embarrassed about it if they enjoy it. I know not all penis havers necessarily enjoy it, but a lot of people do. And I know in the dominatrix world, it's very popular, but I don't think you have to be a submissive to enjoy it. And I think that's probably part of the misnomers about pegging. It's like you're submissive, but that's not, you enjoy pleasure. How about that?
Right. And maybe you tried the finger, tried the butt plug, and you feel like this is the next level where you want to go.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's okay.
It'd be a yes in the bedroom, like I said earlier. Why not try everything once? Life is short, and the world's a kind of a hellscape right now. So why don't you have some fun?
Get in your bedroom and just
what the hell?
Why not?
Just try it all. Again, we said this earlier. Not everybody has to do butt stuff if they don't want to. Nobody has to. Don't ever let anybody coerce you into it. Be safe. Use condoms and finger condoms and clean your toys. Make sure that they get all cleaned up from the anal play and good to go. Right? Just keep an open mind. Makes everything better in the world if you keep an open mind.
And journal those experiences.
I love that idea.
Like that one. Didn't care for this one. Yeah, those pros and cons list.
What if you did it on your phone?
I really like the finger. Yeah.
Put on your phone because you could even take a photo and be like, oh, I like this one a lot. And have your notes wherever you go. If you go to next time you go to the Hustler store, which we have a beautiful one here, you have all your notes. You're like, okay. Oh, nope, I have that. I own that one already. Because I know for me, I own a lot of sex toys. So it's nice to have an inventory.
Yeah, well, very big collection.
I bet you do, yes.
Window breaks.
Lulu, tell everybody again where they can find you on Instagram and Facebook and your website, and we'll share all that in the notes too, but I wanted them to hear it from you.
But everywhere, I'm Googleable, so you can just Google me. But no, seriously.
Lulu Batista. No U in Batista, just B-A-T, right?
Like the wrestler.
Yes, okay.
There we go. But on Instagram, it is LULUINC83, so Lulu Inc. 83. On Facebook, it is Lulu Batista on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I'm getting to learn this TikTok thing and trying not to get community guidelines that everybody gets.
Oh, it's hard. Yeah, on TikTok, they're very strict.
Yeah. I'm on the Twitter.
I'm on the Twitter, too.
I'm on the link tree. I think I'm everywhere. I'm supposed to be. So
good.
But everything is in the link tree. So hit me up. We can be friends. We can chit chat respectfully.
Gentlemen, respectfully.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you send me a dick pic, we're going to put it in our book and we'll be anonymous with your penis. So just know, and I'm going to show my husband, be like, look what someone sent me. And so don't feel no way.
Don't do that. Nobody wants that crap.
They still do it though.
I know. It's so ridiculous. I'm like, God. One time, my friend got a dick pic from someone she knew professionally on her birthday. He thought she would like it because it was her birthday. And we happened to be out to dinner with like 15 of us. You know, everybody at that bar, everybody at our table saw his sad penis, and he was doing a side picture of his penis, but it was pointing down. And I was like, that's not even a good picture. Not even a good. It was the talk of the party at the bar that night. Let me tell you. I was like, and then her husband was on the business trip. She had to tell him, babe, so-and-so from such and such place sent me a dick pic for my birthday. He's like, oh, Lord. It's not a gift. It's not a gift.
Not even a nice photo. No Photoshop or nothing.
It was leaning down. It looked so sad in the side mirror. I know. Anyway, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Nothing.
Oh, God. It had that bathroom light. It was just so bad. There's nothing good about it. And then how awkward to have to go back and do business with this person. Like, I saw your sad penis, you know. So not good. Not cute at all. Not sexy.
That tickled me.
Nice talking with you, Lulu. I really appreciate your time and your expertise. Yes,
I had a great time.
You got high remarks or high people recommended you on the PPP group, our pleasure group for people who are in the sex toy business. So everybody was saying, she's the one. So
love all of them.
Yes, me too. Awesome. Well, have a great night.